Hello.
Okay. Hello. My name is... Welcome to the Literally Who Asked podcast.
Welcome to the first episode of Literally Who Asked, the podcast.
We're your hosts, Ashley and Dillon.
I'm Dillon. Dillon. They can't see that, but it's okay. It's okay. Basically, on this podcast, we talk about things no one asked us to. We just talk because we like talking.
Yeah. And we think it's funny.
It is funny.
Well, we'll see, won't we? Well, let's ask the audience.
When the three people watch this, like, you guys suck. Okay, so basically for this first episode, we want to like introduce ourselves. So we're gonna talk about like who we are and how we met.
Yes, and our first impressions of each other.
Yes, which weren't that good, but I don't think they were that bad.
Yeah, I have actually a bone to pick. I haven't told him one of the stories.
Oh. Okay. So do you want to go first?
Okay, yeah, but should we do our introduction again?
Okay. So, do you want to start, ladies first? Or?
Okay, so we are the Literally Who Asked podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ashley.
I am your other host, Dillon.
And on this podcast, we talk about how...
We talk about literally things no one asked us to.
No one wants to talk about, like, people are literally yelling at the street, shut up, and we just keep on talking.
We yap, we blab, we talk. No one wants us to, but we keep doing it anyways. And we decided to make that a thing.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's how this was born.
Let's just get right on into it.
Let's just get right on into it.
Okay. So, do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. So, the first time that I met Dillon, so we were in 10th grade, and our English teacher had told us that a new student was going to come in. So then I'm like, okay, like I don't really, like, doesn't really interest me. And then she's like...
She said, I don't care, I'm different.
Yeah, I'm different, like, you can bring in whoever. And so then this guy with like this bleached blonde hair comes in, Princess Diana, and then she's like, this is Dillon. Oh, you all know Dillon, right? And then she was like, does anyone here not know Dillon? And everyone keeps their hand down, but I raise my hand because I'm like, I don't know Dillon. Oh. And Dillon's like, yeah, everyone pretty much knows who I am. And then he just sits down.
Oh my God, I did not say that. I did not say that. She gassed me up so hard. When I walked in, she was like, you all know Dillon, you all know who Dillon is, da da da. It's like, first of all, I didn't know half the kids in that room. And they didn't raise their hand when asked if they knew me. So I'm like, do people know me and I don't know them? And then she was like, yeah, everyone knows Dillon. Who doesn't know Dillon? And I'm like, okay. I feel like you're like starting beef with these random people who are like, I don't know him. And it literally did with you. You were one of the people who got beef started because of that.
And then obviously, Dillon has such like loud personality. I remember, I liked Catching the Rye, but he was always he was like, I hate Catching the Rye. I
hate that book so much.
He's a hater, guys. All the Catching the Rye fans, I'm so sorry. Log off. Actually, stop me, so log on.
No, log off. Get out. I don't want you here. I don't care. That book. Spoiler alert for Catching the Rye if you haven't read like the 90-year-old book. The whole mental ward twist.
I thought that it was amazing. I really liked it. I could not stop reading it.
I
did.
I did, in fact. I had to listen to 2x speed audiobooks to get through it.
That's crazy.
I finished like a month before our class, like the unit was done. Because I was like, I'm getting this over with. I don't care. I hate this book with a burning passion. So bad. So bad.
What's so funny is that me and Marie, we got into a fight because I kept saying like that she was like Holden Caulfield. And I said it as a joke, but I joked about it so much that she was literally like, can you stop saying that? And then
no, because that's like... like evil. That is an evil thing to say. Because he's supposed to be a bad person. He's written to be a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was valid in
her
gagging
anger. But love Maria. Okay, we continue.
Okay, but anyways, so then just throughout the year I would sometimes just barely speak to him. So I remember one time we were in French class and basically I didn't know how to open the computer thing, the lock thing.
Oh yeah.
And then I was trying to open that and I couldn't, I was kind of failing and Dillon like chuckles at me. And he's like, girl, I think it's like this. And then you open the door for me. and then I get my computer out.
Every time I hear a story about myself, I sound like the worst person I have ever met in my entire life. Like, I walked up like, girl, I think you opened it like this. Like, I don't remember being that bad. But all your stories, like, and, like, Maria told me about, so apparently, I don't remember this.
I remember this clear as fucking day.
To preface the story, I don't remember saying this. I literally have a gut feel. I feel like you guys are like all group gaslighting me into thinking I said this.
Wait, can I see the story?
Okay.
So we go to a film school, and basically it was me and Maria. She's one of our best friends. It's her film. She directed it. She acted in it. It's there. And basically, I thought it was a great film. It was a good film. They were like, does anyone have any comments? And of course, fucking Dillon. So he's like, okay, Dillon. He's like, I just feel like the shots were a bit basic. It was a bit too simple for me. And then I remember me and Maria, we looked at each other like, basic? I'd like to see what he does with our film. and when we bring something, he has no recollection of it.
I feel like I never said it. Like, every time. It's been brought up to me like 12 times by like different people who were in the class as well. And I'm like, I literally do, I guess because it was such like a personal attack on you guys that you were like, oh my god, you never forgot. But for me, it was just like the daily. I'm like, oh, yeah, another bad film.
It's like when the bullies don't remember the bullying, but like the bullies do.
Yes, oh my god, I was like, looking back, I probably did say that. Because I would hate very often. I would hate. Like, people would be like, oh my god, this movie was so good, this movie was so good. And then I'd be like, I think it was ugly, I think it was poorly lit, I think the sound was bad.
What we were just talking about with Catching the Rye.
Yeah. Yeah, actually. But I think, I'm just Kurt. I'm just so Kurt.
And that brings us to our next interaction. Which
oh my
is
god,
basically,
can I say this one?
You can say this one, of course. I'm sorry, I've been taking so much of the Go.
Okay, so, it was 10th grade. So right as Instagram introduced the little like notes option, I know it was slowly being like rolled out to people. When I got it, I was like, oh my god, I finally got notes. So I know you could put like little like music things in it. And I clicked on it and I was like, oh my god, I love this so much. I want to do this, oh my god. I was scrolling through, I was like, what song should I put as like my first song in my notes? I come across the song Paper Bag by Fiona Apple. And I put that and I'm like, oh my god, I love this song so much. Put that. After like an hour of being up, I get a reply and I check and it's from Ashley in my class and I'm like, oh my god, because at this point I really did want to be friends with you.
Shut the fuck up. He's always saying that. He's like, I really wanted to hang out with you last year.
I did.
You did not. Our shots were too basic.
I literally was like, I think I really liked your group and your projects, you guys. That's why I'm so confused, like, why did I say the basic shot thing? Because I always loved your, like, you always had such, like, you'd get vertigo shots and they'd always look so cool. And I was like, I really want to work with them. Mm-hmm. But apparently I was a hater. I don't remember doing that.
You know what, we were good in the beginning of the year, but then in the next year we had, like, some people leave our group and then some people join it. So it wasn't as good as it was in the beginning. Oh. So that's why.
No names.
No name drops, but...
No name drops, but you know who you are.
I mean, some of them were great. Some of them were great additions.
Some of them.
I think you know who I'm talking to, but...
Yeah. Oh.
But Dillon, wasn't it that I had the paper bag on my note?
Because I remember you replied. You replied to mine.
No, because I remember that I put it up specifically because the lyric, I thought he was a boy. I thought he was a man, but he was just a little boy. I put it up specifically for that. Because that was the day that I was like crushed. And then you replied.
By a man.
Actually, could I say something and then you cut it out?
I'll just heavily censor it.
Okay, it was like when I found out
Good names, use good names.
Okay, well cut this fucking out. Cut this out.
Okay, no, I can just censor that.
Okay,
that.
It was like when I don't even want to use the code name.
Okay.
When I found that out, and it was just so public, and I literally put that up because I was like, I thought he was a man, but he was just a
such a one-sided romance.
Shut the fuck up! Cut this out, Jenny, because I don't want you to even censor this. You should need to cut this out.
But no, I've had a lot of one-sided.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in another episode.
We're gonna get to that in another episode. Very bad one.
But I remember that's why I put up the note, and then you replied, I love Fiona Apple.
Really?
And then I said, you seem like you would love Fiona Apple.
Oh yeah.
That's
She
what
says, you seem like you'd like Fiona Apple.
You seem like you'd like the song, I Want You to Love Me.
Oh!
Shade.
Oh, shade! Oh! I was like, when I got that, I was like, I mean, is that an insult? Looking back, it obviously wasn't because you were such a big Fiona Apple fan, but I was just like, you look like you listen to Fiona Apple.
No, but I think I wrote it in the message. I think I said, and I mean it as a compliment.
I think you did.
And then you said, oh, thank you.
Because I was like, a little gag when I first got it. I was like, oh. That's what you had to add in a complimentary way, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
And then there was another instance, and it was during, oh my god, this was during French class. And we had to present like an art piece. And
I did so much. I did the most for that project. I did not need to.
I did a sculpture out of clay of a ballerina. And
that looked, if you could find a picture of that so I can put it on screen, that looked so good. I loved that sculpture so much. It literally, that was one of my favorite projects.
Thanks.
Like, oh my god. Anyway.
I think I do have a picture. I'll try to put it up.
Okay.
And Dillon, he made just a bunch, he always does the most. So he made a bunch of paintings, and it was about like dementia, which is so like touching. Well, okay. If I remember, he pulled up, and I think one painting was just one color. And I remember I go to Maria, because she said next to me, I was like, this is like something rich people would buy. And this is like, you know what I mean? And then, but then, I was like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? And then Maria was like, wait, shh, be quiet. Because it was actually serious for her, because she has a family member with dementia. So I was like, oh, I'll just shut up then. I'll just shut up. And then Dillon tells like such a heartbreaking story, and so he's like talking for 10 minutes straight.
Oh my god.
And then after it, I think he was talking about stories, and I was like, honestly, you look like you would name
You look like you name your characters words in Latin that like mean things to them as people. You said something like that.
Yes, I said that.
And I was just like, oh, it was, because first of all, I do that. So that would kind of like clock me a little bit. But it was just like, first of all, that project, fun fact, completely talked time. That had nothing to do with dementia. All the paintings originally meant other things. But then when I got there and I was like, oh, some of y'all got some really emotional pieces. I was like, because it was 3 paintings and a sculpture. And the sculpture, kind of when I finished it, looked like a person, like a deformed, like humanoid thing. So I was like, okay. And then my French teacher, Virgo, I love her. I'll give her a shout out. Or maybe I'll have to censor it. I probably will.
Yeah.
But she was like, oh my god, it looks like a little like a person, but like a creature, like they're trapped or something. And then she said,
just took it and ran with
she
it.
said this whole story, like for like a good minute, talking to me, and I went, that's exactly what I was going for. That was not at all what I was going for. I was lying. And everyone loved my project. So a win is a win, I fear. But French class I really do miss that.
I miss French class too. We could just like,
oh my god. It was because there was no class.
yeah, we could just fool around there. But also like, I feel like they did teach us some French.
Yeah, oui.
Like when I went to Paris, like,
Bonjour.
toilette, s'il vous plaît, toilette. And they knew what I meant. They were like, yeah, girl, go over there.
Yeah, girl, go over there.
Yeah,
They're like, toilette.
they could actually speak English. And
Yeah,
like,
go over there.
Girl, over there.
They had like New York accents, like
Yeah.
over there. Oh, I'm trying to think of like other stories from. Okay, so the first time we actually like hung out was junior year gym class.
Yes, you know what?
Yeah.
I went into junior year. I genuinely didn't have any close friends in my class. And I was just like, okay, great. You know, I just have to learn to be alone. But I was in gym class, and Dylan, we're both of our last names start with a J. You're not gonna know our last names because we don't want our identity
Yeah, we're
stolen.
secretive.
But it's JJ.
JJ.
And so we're sitting next to each other, and I just kind of turned around, and I forgot what we talked about.
Okay. I remember I was talking about, I think, the Oscars. I think that was the first time we spoke. I was saying, like, oh my god, did you watch the Yes, it was right after Everything Ever All at Once swept the Oscars.
We did talk about that, you're right.
And I was so emotional. I was talking to everyone about it. And I remember I turned to you and I was like, did you watch the Oscars? And we just started talking about movies and about, like, this is a little weird because I go to a film school, but, like, I never talk to anyone about movies.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, when you were one of the only people that I ever, like, sat down and had a full conversation about movies with.
Aww.
I know!
And which, like, actresses we thought were mother.
Oh, Michelle Yeoh,
Yeah,
Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh god. People were mad Jamie Lee Curtis won. I think she ate that. I'm sorry.
I think that's what we did. I think I said that I wanted her to win an Oscar, but not for that movie.
Yes. And I'm like, I do kind of get that. She deserves an Oscar for Freaky Friday. Of course. Come on. She deserved an Oscar for one of the 1,000 Michael Myers movies she's been in.
Yeah.
She's been in literally, like, every single one, and there's been, like, 50. So, come on. Give her something.
Yeah.
Like...
Create a new category for her.
The Jamie Lee Curtis category.
Oscar for who's been in the most horror movies in the same franchise. And it's her and the girl who plays Sydney in
I was just gonna say because her and then the little girl who was in the first Halloween movie, Kyle Richards.
Mm-hmm.
She's like a grown woman now and she's still in it. I love her. But yeah, that was literally like the first time we ever like fully spoke. And then after that, every gym class we just hang out.
Yeah, and we also sat next to each other in environmental science.
We sat next to each other basically like every class. Like we sat near each other. Like history, it was like we were right near each other. Environmental science, yeah, we were right near each other.
And I actually remember our first conversation being about, I think I told him about how Fiona Apple stopped doing coke because she had one conversation with Quentin Tarantino. And then ever since then, Dylan was hooked.
Ever since then, my life has been ruined.
Oh.
Anyway.
But you know what else we connected on? We connected on Twitter.
Oh my god. Ashley has a very bad Twitter addiction.
I don't. I used to, but I've genuinely been able to stop. But you know what's so crazy? Is that I'll go into any school computer and I usually use like of the few same numbers, but I think every single class, I have a computer that's logged into my Twitter account.
At one point, like, she opened it and it was one of the first pages there, like, on her...
Like, oh my god. I'm like, wait, can they see that? Can the schools see that I'm like on Twitter?
Yes.
Well, if they're gonna take away our phones...
Oh my god. But, no, that's kind of me with Shell Shockers. That's another thing we bonded on.
Yeah.
I destroy her in Shell Shockers.
It's because I'm not good at mobility in games.
Oh.
Like, it takes me, it's like turn left, and I'm like, okay, hold on. And then it's like turning left, and then boom, I'm dead.
Literally, I would like find her in the map and I'd see her slowly turning around, walking like a circle. I'd shoot her in the head and then I'd keep walking.
And one time I had my name as You Can't Catch Me Now and I would jump off. I would commit suicide before he could kill me.
I missed that. Oh my god. I did catch you though. I did in fact catch you. You said you can't catch me now. I said, oh, watch me.
And then, but you know what? You know who's such two-faced in Shell Shockers?
Who?
Kyle.
I knew you were gonna say Kyle. Oh my god.
He's supposed to side with all of us, the poor, against Dylan, the rich. But instead, he sides with Dylan when he has a chance.
Because every time he has a chance, he knows he'll get kills if he works with me. And I'm like, at least you get it. See, you get it. Okay, we get it.
Okay, we get it.
Oh my god. It was like, it's so crazy because I like didn't know you at all freshman year.
Yeah, I didn't know you either. I mean, he sent me pictures. It's like hard to not notice him. Like he had blue hair.
Freshman year. Bright blue hair, box dyed blue, short, like ugly, hideous. I wore a big black mask all the time, bright blue space sweaters. I was dressed like a 2017 Roblox avatar every single day at school. And no one looked at me and said, you should kill yourself. I wish someone did.
Just that one guy who said that you're gonna die from AIDS.
Oh
We hate you. And okay, but you know what's so crazy is that I can't believe I didn't notice you. I didn't notice so much in freshman year because I went into freshman year and I said, you know what? I'm gonna have a few friends because that's all you really need. I'm gonna wear the same clothes like every week because you know I don't care about looking good.
Because I'm not like other girls.
I'm just here to learn. No, literally. And I was like, I'm just here to learn. I was like, I'm not gonna talk to any boys. I'm just here to learn. So then for the first, I made my friend group and then I was just done. I was like, okay, great. I don't need to make any more friends.
And you're still with that same friend
And I'm
group.
with that same
And
friend
I'm with that same
I haven't
friend
let
group.
them leave.
You're holding them hostage.
And then, but then I guess in sophomore year and junior year, I was like, honestly, like I should just be normal. And somewhere along the way, I used to hate wearing jewelry. I used to hate wearing earrings.
Look at you now.
Like I felt like necklaces were choking
You move and you jingle?
I move and I jingle. It's like I'm always wearing jewelry now. So it's like
oh my god. Freshman year, I told Ashley this story, and this was like biggest gag of the century. When one day my sister picked me up and we were walking, and I kept making jokes like, oh my god, like this school feels like it's full of NPCs, like no one feels real. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm walking down the street, and as I'm saying those words to my sister Shannon, I'm like, this literally, I'll be hearing background conversations. They feel like AI generated. We walk past someone and they go, I don't know, man. I just feel like milk is so much better than water. And then like they're walking past us, we keep walking because that's all we hear of the conversation, and we just look at each other. And I'm like, no, I'm not crazy. Like no one here is real. So I tell Ashley this story, and like.
In freshman year, I had a huge obsession with milk. And I would go to like our nearest and I would drink like I would get a cookie and then drink milk, cold milk. And I used to tell people, I'm like, guys, honestly, like why do I like drink more than water? Drink is low-key better, it's so refreshing. And when he told me that, I was like, is that not invisible strength?
Oh my god. But still,
But
such like a haunting first interaction that I technically had with you.
Yeah.
Milk is just so much better than water.
and it's like I genuinely think I was the one who said that because I don't know anyone else who would say that.
Oh my god.
Like that's such a coincidence.
And like when I think about it, I feel like I saw you. Like when you show me pictures of freshman year, I feel like I saw you walking past me, and I'm like, that's so crazy. Because like our school isn't that big.
Yeah.
So it's like no matter what, when you look at pictures, like I do think I saw you around. Because like in our grade, usually we're separated by grades. So when you're with that same group, you're obviously gonna know. I feel like every grade's like 50 students. You're gonna like you see them around. You know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's just so crazy. Invisible strength. Invisible strength.